This is a song about inner peace. Now, at least one person asked me why I have these 30-second snippets of songs and actually went so far as to say they couldn't get into it. Um, these really brief choral pieces towards the end of the album, Ordinary Magic. Thankfully, at least one other person recognized the pieces and could hear threads of them in other songs. And there are a couple of reasons that I added these spirituals, Wade in the Water and Peace Like a River, on my new album, Ordinary Magic. One reason is because there are songs from a canon, from a collection of music, spirituals specifically, that help to define who I am as a person and as a musician. But also because there are specific songs on the album that quote those songs, original compositions of mine that quote Wade in the Water, Troubles the Water specifically, and Peace Like a River, the refrain of Joy is Free goes directly back to joy in my soul, love in my soul, peace in my soul. So I just wanted to recognize that as part of who I am. So as I'm sharing this song, it occurs to me that the composer of the song was like, you might say, an OG of true, real inner peace. Now, I'm not saying that to disparage anyone else's practice or understanding or experience of inner peace. I'm just calling it what it is. I mean, even myself, as someone who has a regular meditation practice, I am not on the level with the person who composed this song. Now, if you know anything about American history and about American music, you know that spirituals are songs that were sung originally by the enslaved people in America, and specifically by people of African descent who were enslaved in America in the last century and before. These are songs that were sung as a source of comfort, also as a source of communication, often encrypted messages that would teach people how to get to freedom or prepare them mentally and emotionally for the journey to home, towards friends. There'll be talk about going to heaven. That was a double entendre. On the one hand, there was the religious, stop please, the religious anticipation of a heaven after earth, but there was also the code term for the North, where liberation in this lifetime was a possibility. So in the song Peace Like a River, though, there's no encryption. There's nothing encoded. It's saying exactly what the composer believed, that there is access to peace and love and joy that's internal and unconditional. Has to be unconditional. That's why I'm saying it's real inner peace. It's not inner peace that comes from or during meditation or prayer or yoga or spa treatment or a peaceful walk in the woods. But this is a commitment to an awareness of the source of peace and love and joy, and that as being internal, regardless of what's going on the outside. Because neither you nor I can imagine what it would be like to experience enslavement. And I consider it to be really important to recognize now, as we talk about people being enslaved, that slavery is still a practice that is going on in the world today. But for someone to have the presence of mind to call on and claim their inner peace and love and joy unconditionally, despite those unfathomable circumstances, it doesn't get more real than that to me. So I'm going to invite you, like I invite me, to practice peace and joy and love unconditionally. Like, I don't know, for you, maybe it's like in traffic, somebody cuts you off in traffic and you got to like remember who you are, remember what's in your soul. Or maybe you're running late for something and you got to remember who you are in your soul. Whatever your thing is, In this world, there's always an opportunity for us to forget. It might have something to do with politics. It might have something to do with your work situation or anything. There are always opportunities to forget who we are, which means that those are our opportunities to remember who we are or what we have access to on a soul level, on a being consciousness level. So, in order to embody that message, in addition to singing the harmonies and the different parts of the song, if that's something you enjoy doing, or you're working with a choir or a congregation, or you got 3 other people around you who can hold harmonies, whatever it is, dig into this. I really, I arrange this partially for myself, partially to share, partially for the joy of knowing that other people might remember their joy, love, and peace through singing this song. In addition to the harmonies, I invite you to dig into what I call the song core, which is a combination of American Sign Language and body percussion. And here's how I do it. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I have got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. Yes, I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. And I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. Yes, I've got love like an ocean in my soul. Woo. And bonus, if you're watching the video, you see my hoodie? Kind of cool, right? Ordinary Magic. All right, if you haven't heard it, check out the links, follow the breadcrumbs, and check out this album. And listen, Enjoy is free for the echoes from Peace Like a River. Practice, and I'll see you soon.